the turnaround power of faith. When we check all through scriptures, and even in our contemporary times, every genuine turnaround encounter has been a product of divine intervention. Every genuine turnaround encounter has always been a product of divine intervention. And behind every divine intervention is faith at work. He said in Luke 1 and verse 45, he said, "Blessed is she that believeth, for there shall be a performance of those things which were told her from the Lord." Every genuine turnaround encounter has been a product of divine intervention. When God takes the stage, everything changes. When our God takes the stage, everything changes. There's a popular saying in the field of science. It said an object will remain the same or at rest until an external force. That force must be greater than every resistance force or every opposite force for it to move. So an object remains the same. No change. An object remains at rest until an external force that is greater than every opposing forces or resisting force is applied on it. That man was at the pool of Bethesda for 38 years until a force greater than 38 years infirmity intervened. That woman had the issue of blood for 12 years until a force greater than 12 years of issue of blood intervened. Israel was under captivity for 430 years until a force that is greater than Pharaoh and all the gods of Egypt intervened. Lazarus was at the tomb for 4 days until a force that is powerful, more powerful than death, intervened. That sister was without job for 2 years until a force that is greater than joblessness intervened. That same force will intervene on your behalf in the name of Jesus. A man was blind from the womb in John 9 until a force greater than blindness intervened. Every genuine turnaround encounter is a product of divine intervention. Man cannot walk a turnaround encounter. When the Lord turned again the captives of Zion were like them that dream, it's always a product of divine intervention. And behind every divine intervention is faith at work. Jesus, the intervener, could do no mighty works, and he marveled at their unbelief. Matthew 13 and verse 58. He said in Hebrews 11 and verse 32, he said, "Time would not permit me. What shall I say more?" He said, "For the time will fail me to tell you of Gideon, of Barak, of Samson, of Jephthah, of David also, and Samuel, and of the prophets." He said, "Who through faith subdued kingdoms, wrought righteousness, obtained promises, stopped the mouth of lions." He said, "Quench the violence of fire, escape the edge of sword, out of weakness were made strong, wax valiant in flight, turn the flight of the armies of the aliens." That situation remains the same until a force greater than that situation intervenes. Financial struggle remains until a force greater than indebtedness intervenes. Joblessness remains until a force greater than joblessness intervenes. But to provoke that force is faith at work. When our faith says yes, God will not say no. That woman touched Jesus, and Jesus said, "Virtue has left me." He said, "Thy faith has made thee whole." Son will provoke divine intervention this morning in the name of Jesus. What this is simply telling us that there is good news in every situation. That situation is not bigger than God. Jesus says, "Say to this mountain, be moved." The years the mountain was there is inconsequential. The height of the mountain is inconsequential. But if you say with your mouth and do not doubt in your heart, you shall have whatsoever you say. That is the power of faith that triggers divine turnaround. I have a good news for you this morning. God will take over your affairs in the name of Jesus.